Okay, hey guys. It is Friday morning, May 22nd, 2020. Just figured I had to run out for a second here, stop by the physical office space, and knock a couple items out there. So I just wanted to go ahead and jump on here and make a quick video. I hadn't done so in a little while anyway, so it's kind of good timing. But the reason or the motivation behind the video is kind of a somber one. Of course, putting all things in perspective. I mean that from sort of a business, personal goal perspective. A lot worse things going on in the world than what I'm about to talk about. But what I wanted to kind of do for you guys, it's kind of a heads up, kind of a warning to anybody who's working on any kind of affiliate marketing, or working with like a ClickBank or a Max Bounty or Share a Sale or Commission Junction, if that one even exists anymore. I want to detail for you guys an experience that I had this week that quite frankly has been kind of jarring. And as I said in my very first Facebook page post back in March, that I would be documenting every failure, every misstep, something I think is not out there very much. I think when you follow people online, you get all the good news and all the good stuff and all the, I make $10,000 a month now on 2 minutes of effort type of stuff. And even if it's legitimate, what you don't see is what it took to get there. You don't see all the warts and all the moles and all of the headaches that occurred along the way. And so I've promised to do that here and be different about that. And so here goes. Here's one massive wart that happened to me this week that falls squarely in that category of complete and utter failure. And actually what could be kind of a long-lasting setback, to be totally frank. We'll just kind of see how it shapes up. But anyway, just to kind of cut to the chase. So, working on doing some affiliate marketing, promoting products from various affiliate types of websites, ClickBank, Max Bounty, I've got some accounts on some other ones, but those are really the primary affiliate product accounts that I use. And of course, if you follow me online, you probably, especially on my Facebook page, you've probably seen me reference my virtual assistant that I work with, located in the Philippines. The company that I use is called Virtual Coworker, and I use a gentleman out there named Joe, who's located in the Philippines, and he works the schedule that I ask him to, which right now happens to be 6 to 10 a.m. My time, Eastern Daylight Time, which is like 6 to 10 in the evening for him. And so, I've been working with him since August 2019, and, he's a great kid. I mean, hard worker, really enjoyed working with him. It's been a learning experience. Together, he and I working through different scenarios, testing things, experimenting with things. It's a little slow going. It's definitely, you probably have even seen me talk about that on my Facebook page. I think I said, if you think a task is going to take a week, you can usually multiply by 5. If you think it's going to take a month, you can multiply that by 5, something like that. So it's definitely sometimes a slower process than I'd like, but that, that isn't all about him. In fact, that's more about me, and that's more about guidance and clear instruction and knowing what we're doing. And really, both Joe and I are learning affiliate marketing, as you're about to find out. So we've definitely established a certain rhythm on setting up landing pages, working towards, getting a nice landing page up, connected to our domain, driving traffic to it with a Facebook ad, the whole loop that you guys, if you have done affiliate marketing, you're familiar with. So essentially what happened was I signed up for an account with GetResponse. Okay, GetResponse is one of the sort of, email marketing / landing page / one over the world types of services out there. It's similar to, like a MailChimp or a ClickFunnels, and all of these have slightly different features. I'm not saying they're exact replicas of each other. I think some have certain functionality that others don't, but they're close. I mean, these are all kind of the family of software that you would use to do email campaigns and develop a landing page and driving traffic from the landing page to another page, or getting people to sign up so you could build a list. Okay, so I mean, again, if you've done this, you're familiar with a lot of these names. So I picked GetResponse because GetResponse seemed to have all the functionality that you could ask for. It wasn't really missing anything, and it was only $49 a month. It was just a tremendous value. And when I read reviews about it, that was one of the things people pointed to the most, is that for the price you paid, you got the most amount of functionality of anything else that was out there. Of course, you have more slick names, like ClickFunnels. I'm sure you guys have heard of ClickFunnels, and I kind of agonized over that. I actually kind of was about to buy ClickFunnels, and then I said, okay, GetResponse is about half as much, $49 a month versus $97 a month, and it also looked to me suspiciously like ClickFunnels at $97 a month wasn't even on par with $49 a month from GetResponse. It looked like you really needed to do the $297 a month plan from ClickFunnels to get the robust functionality that you would mostly get with GetResponse. So anyway, signed up for GetResponse, working with the VA, building some landing pages. We put a campaign together in there for a ClickBank product. Won't go into a lot of detail on which one, but it basically was one that if people bought it, it taught them how to do affiliate marketing. So real meta type stuff. It was an affiliate landing page we built to drive people to an affiliate marketing educational product. But anyway, so we built a page. We've gone back and forth on the contents. I did some of the copywriting for it using the Jim Edwards book, Copywriting Secrets. You guys have seen me post about that probably a bunch of times now. Great book. Please get it. I mean, if you want to learn about copywriting, it's a great place to start. There's other stuff out there, but you definitely will learn something from Jim for sure. So anyway, I did the copywriting for it. VA built the page. We embedded the affiliate link from ClickBank, the whole 9 yards. And then, we had that starting to run. I mean, we'd not run a Facebook ad to it yet. We were building one, but we had the page live. Okay, so the funnel was live in GetResponse. We actually had, I think we had like 13 visitors within the first couple days. I'm not even sure how we did that. But because we really did zero promotion on it. We just had the page live. So anyway, so that page was up and running, and we were in the process of, tweaking it and getting the ad together. So in the meantime, I had a bright idea and said, hey, while my VA's working on that, excuse me for a second. I feel like Marco Rubio here. So anyway, sorry for that, guys. So bottom line is, I said, hey, he's got that page under control. I want to try to build a page completely on my own. I just want to play around and GetResponse. He's the one who's been using it more than me, and I'd like to get as familiar with it as he does. Again, that's a practitioner mindset. If you don't know the product, if you don't know how to use the software, how can you tell somebody else to use it? That's my mindset. So I need to know how to navigate the entire suite of tools in there. I need to know how to make a landing page, connect the domain, format the page, embed the links, the whole thing. So it was a couple days ago. I think it was on Tuesday, I want to say. So it was about 3 days ago now. I'm building the page for a different product, a Max Bounty product, where you basically get commissions for leads. The person doesn't necessarily have to be closed out in a complete deal, but they need to sort of submit to the process. So if they submit to the process, they give up their personal information, and they start communicating with the affiliate product holder, then you as the affiliate marketer get a commission. So it's actually kind of interesting. I mean, you don't necessarily have to close sales to get commissions. Okay, so you guys should check out Max Bounty if you've never checked it out before. So I built that page, and the page that I was driving people to happened to be a page that had financial products that people could, inquire about, and try to get approved for, loans and so forth. But, very responsible type lending entities that actually, sort of educate their customers on, what they're getting into when they take a loan and that sort of thing. So didn't feel any qualms about the product, didn't feel like it was anything shady or spammy or anything like that. I mean, again, it is plugged into Max Bounty's platform, so there's a certain amount of vetting that goes there. They wouldn't put somebody up there that wasn't legitimate and that sort of thing. So anyway, bottom line is I build the page and I'm having some technical difficulty at one point. So I go ahead and I contact their chat support, okay? And you guys got to forgive me, I'm about to go into a parking garage here. So I contact the chat support, and the guy helps me with the technical problem I had. And then all of a sudden, he types, you know, in the little chat window, you are not supposed to be promoting loans. You know, I see your page is promoting loans, and you're not supposed to be promoting loans. And actually, the word that he used was payday loans. Okay, he said you're not supposed to be promoting payday loans. And I mean, of course, this caught my attention, and I was perked up, and I said, I don't think it's a payday loan. I think these are legitimate. These are legitimate types of loans, personal loans that people take based on strict criteria, and there's no promise that they're actually going to get it. Their financial situation has to be vetted. They have to be educated on the process, the whole thing. So the gentleman, the support guy, said, okay, well, I'm going to check with the compliance department and we'll let you know. So I was like, okay, no problem. So I leave that alone. I had to go do some other things at that point. So that kind of ended my session anyway in GetResponse. So I leave it and I'm doing something else. An hour or so later, my VA sends me a Skype message, and he's like, hey, Chris, he's like, I can't log into the GetResponse account. He's like, I've tried several times and I can't get in. I'm like, okay, well, let me see if I can get in. So I'm on my phone, I jump into the app, I try to log in, and I can't get in. So he gets on support. Support tells him, hey, the account's been deactivated. So I'm like, and he tells me that, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's a problem. And at that point, I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely not good. So they said to my VA, to Joe, we sent the account holder an email explaining the situation. So I look at the email, and sure enough, in the email, it says, you violated one of our terms of service and we have deactivated your account. Good luck in your future endeavors. So of course, at this point, I assume that they're talking about that draft landing page that I had not launched. Okay. So I basically, went back, I looked at the terms of service, I looked at, what they were basically referring to, and I was scratching my head. I was like, well, they're saying that I ran a promotion, okay, because that's their terms of service. It says you cannot run a promotion or send users to a certain type of, service or a certain type of page or whatnot. And I was like, well, I never ran a promotion. I never launched the page. I was still in draft, and I was still working on it, and I was prepared to be responsive to what the technical representative had told me. So bottom line is, I was like, I didn't violate their terms of service. And of course, I was in a defensive posture at this point, and I like to write complaint letters. I actually kind of specialize in them. So I wrote up a lengthy response where I challenged their decision. And I said, hey, I didn't violate your terms. I only had a draft landing page. I obviously was not running the page live. I was not displaying this website to users. I was ready to work with the chat support representative on fixing it, and I never implied anything otherwise. And so I sent them this lengthy response. And part of me thought, well, this response is so long and so challenging, they may just delete it and not even respond to me. Well, sure enough, the next day, on Wednesday, they did respond. And their response really was eye-opening. They said, we did not ban your account because of your draft page. But when we looked at the other landing page that you had developed that was live, remember I said before I had like 13 visitors to it, we found that it contained an affiliate link that redirected users to a gaming website, a casino website, that was clearly based overseas. It was looked like an Asian casino website, okay, where the affiliate link was sending people. And they said, that is obviously not, that kind of redirection and that kind of landing page or website that you sent them to is not allowed in our terms of service. So that's when the light bulb went off in my head. I know I've gone for a while here, guys, about 15 minutes, but I just kind of wanted to lay out for you guys how this happened and give you kind of a warning about it. And we're about to get to the punchline, or right after the punchline. And I'll talk more about this on my social media platforms in different ways. But I just wanted to make this video sort of as an overarching summary of what happened. So I went back to the VA, and that light bulb that went off was that there were times when on various affiliate links, not just this one that GetResponse had flagged me on, that I would copy and paste an affiliate link and, just pulling it down from Xbounty or pulling it down from ClickBank, that when I clicked it, it took me to the legitimate page that it was supposed to take me to. But that when my VA embedded that link, and he was the one actually utilizing the affiliate link, like taking it and sticking it into a button on a landing page or whatever, when he did that, and then he tested it by clicking that button and going to that website, he was coming back to me and saying, "Hey, Chris, when I click your affiliate link, it's taking me to a casino gaming website. Are you sure you have the right link?" And of course I'd be like, yeah, I just copied and pasted it off of ClickBank or off of Xbounty. And so I'd go back and I would test it, and it would take me to the right site. It would take me to whatever affiliate product we were promoting. So clearly something was happening differently for him than it was for me. So yesterday I went to my Xbounty representative, really helpful rep there, Christina Blair, who, I asked her. I had a couple questions for her about a few different things. And my last one was, "Hey, Christina, is there an issue when, let's say I have an affiliate link that I'm clicking and I'm here in the United States, and then my VA, who's located somewhere else geographically, obviously, not in the United States, is using or manipulating or embedding or clicking on that link?" And to paraphrase, I need to look at her answer a little closer. She had a couple details in there, but her answer basically was there is a difference, because those affiliate links are meant only for the United States. That's the whole point. You're not going to have somebody in a foreign country click the link and get, let's say, a loan in the United States. Those services are in the United States for United States, residents. Okay, so of course you would not want the affiliate link if you were that product holder, that service offerer. You would not want that affiliate link to send people to you, because you couldn't work with them. So of course they shouldn't synchronize like that. So basically that was the problem, is that I had taken an affiliate link. To summarize, I'd taken an affiliate link, in this case from ClickBank, sent the link to my VA in the Philippines. He copied that link, put it into a landing page, utilized it, manipulated it however he needed to, in all good faith. But something with the fact that he was the one doing it in the Philippines, from an IP address, I guess, in the Philippines, distorted the link and basically embedded it as a link that would now be redirected away from the affiliate product that I was trying to promote. So all in all, this whole situation with GetResponse was a complete accident and a complete misunderstanding. Of course, they don't care about that. And, I'm finished with them. I imagine that if I tried to, sign up again, they would flag me, even if I use a different credit card or email address. There's some way that they're going to figure out it's me. And honestly, I don't want to fraudulently establish another account there and build up lots of work and get shut down again and kicked off the platform or whatever. But it was very eye-opening because, again, you don't know what you don't know. And I didn't know that handing off my affiliate link to someone outside the United States and letting them manipulate it, and by manipulate I mean work with it, would change it, would change the nature of it, and create this situation where now I was, put into a vulnerable position like this. So I just want to get this out there to you guys. I mean, if you're brand new at affiliate marketing, I mean, none of this may apply to you. You may not run into these circumstances at all, but I just want people to know that this can happen. And when you're working with a service provider like GetResponse, there are no warnings. Okay, that's the interesting thing. This was not like, hey, do you know your affiliate link is being redirected? Did you do that intentionally? If you're saying you didn't do it intentionally, we're going to give you a chance to fix it. And then if you do it again, we're going to ban you, because then we know you were intentional about it. There's no warnings. They saw what was happening. I didn't even know it was happening, and they threw me off the site. And nobody said anything to me about a refund. I've only paid 2 months worth, so spent about $100 on it. No talk of a refund. All the work that we did is lost. All the creative stuff that was done in there is gone. Do I think it's harsh? Do I think it was an appropriate level of response? No, I don't. But I also can understand why they did it. So I understand why they take action the way they take it. I don't think it's necessarily fair, but it doesn't have to be fair, right? It's their service, and you're paying to use it. And if you don't use it correctly, and if you put them in a vulnerable position where people are complaining about redirected links and they happen to be coming from a GetResponse platform, and that opens them up to liability, of course they would want to do it this way. So all that being said, guys, again, I will be referring to this again in the future, as I explore different aspects of it and refer back to it. But I just want to get this kind of once-off video out there that just summarizes what happened to me. Personally, I feel like it could be a blessing in disguise. I was a little bit torn about going to ClickFunnels. The reason I like the idea of ClickFunnels, besides the obvious, it's a very successful product and so forth, is that I also like the Jim Edwards copywriting method. He has a product called Funnel Scripts, and Funnel Scripts, which create copy automatically for you very quickly, plugs in nicely with ClickFunnels. So anyway, I'll come back to that in the future if I end up doing anything with that, and let you guys know. But anyway, so that's my story about GetResponse and affiliate marketing and embedding affiliate links. Hope you guys take something away from it. Hope you guys learn something from it, and hope my experience can help inform somebody else's experience. But like I said, this is another step in the process, a huge setback, but there will be many more. That's why, like Gary Vee says, you have to be patient. You have to take the long view on goals and stuff, because it doesn't happen at the pace you'd like. It just never does. So if you don't love what you're doing, if you're not interested in what you're doing, if it doesn't spark your curiosity or whatever, well, you'd give up at something like this. You'd hit an obstacle like this and just be like, screw it. So obviously I don't want to do that. I don't plan to do that. I will figure this out. If it takes the rest of my life, I will figure it out. But I definitely want to be open here on these platforms with what I'm experiencing and what I've run into, so you guys know it's a lot of failure. It's just failure after failure after failure, and then hopefully you get to that breakthrough, if you stick to it long enough. So anyway, thanks for listening, guys. We'll check in with you again later.